Gwangju Korea Masters, right down the south of the country. And next up, men's singles, Lei Lan Xi versus Kento Momota, as we return to men's singles. We've already got one place in the final. Koki Watanabe, the 7th seed, with a comfortable win over Wang Tzu-wei, the 5th seed. Will we have an all-Japanese final? That's what Kento Momota is certainly going to be hoping for.
Lei Lan Xi from China.
Lei Lan Xi comes out first. And then in stark contrast, perhaps a well-known name, Kento Momota. Gets a pretty decent welcome here, of course. Big name in his time, Kento Momota. Unfortunately, Jeff, it's just not quite been the same for him for a few years, has it?
Unfortunately not. Hoping that we see him return to his previous form. But still a very popular badminton player.
Absolutely. No meetings between these two till today. And yeah, for those who may not be so familiar, they may have heard the name Kento Momota, so they think, oh, well, this should be a walk in the park. But as you alluded to earlier, he's found it a little harder over the last few years, Kento Momota. He's had a
coming for the toss.
Serious dip in the rankings.
Momota.
We'll
Black.
show you that shortly.
Red, black for you. Black. You want that side? You will serve. Thank you.
Lei Lan Xi is not a well-known name, perhaps, on those who follow the HSBC BWF World Tour. He certainly is. And can he give everyone, I suppose that badminton fans would just love, as we heard there from Jeff, to see him come back. Lei Lan Xi is 178 centimeters tall, from the south of the country, the 25-year-old. 57th in the world. He has hit a high of 42 previously. And he hit that in July earlier this year. Dropped a game against Kim Dong-hoon, but has looked pretty good since then. Hasn't won on the World Tour yet, but has got 2 International Challenger Series titles, 2019 Belarus International, and earlier this year the China International Challenge. This is Kento Momota, who's 29, from Kagawa, currently 51st in the world. And of course, he is a former world #1, which he last achieved in pre-pandemic, you'd have to say. But he was at the peak of his powers and hasn't dropped a game thus far. Former world champion, of course, in 2018 and 2019. Former Asian champion as well.
Ready to
in
play?
both those years as well. And on the World Tour, he's got a whopping 15 titles to his name. You'd have to go back, though, a couple of years, though, Jeff, for his last title. The Indonesia Masters. Kelvin Sui is our umpire from New Zealand, and he'll be accompanied by Kang Sun-young of Korea. I mean, badminton fans around the world, they would have really enjoyed watching Kento Momota in his heyday, right?
Yeah, definitely, as did I. At his peak form, he was a force to be reckoned with. He was winning tournament after tournament and looked like he was unstoppable.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kento Momota, Japan.
It's a beautiful thing about sport, though. Anything can happen.
And on my left, Lei Lan Xi, China.
He's only been to one final since that Indonesia Masters
Kento
Open.
Momota to
He
serve.
beat Anders Antonsen,
Level.
and that was at the Malaysia Open last year. Start of last year, where he lost to Victor Axelsen in stunning fashion. He was absolutely hammered in that one. Tell us about what, you know, when he was in his pomp, what were for you the best things
Service
about
over.
Kento Momota?
One love.
I feel like he wasn't afraid to take the initiative and attack and go for the shots. I feel like he was a very well-structured player, though, in general. He would wait for the opportunities
Service
and then
over.
go for them.
One.
But what I found more recently is that he's waited for those opportunities, but then he's kept waiting, and then kept waiting, and it's almost as if he's just relying on the errors of the opponents instead of taking those chances himself. So I'm really hoping that he's doing stuff like that, going for those counter attacks, not being too passive,
Two.
not being too crazy and going for everything,
Right.
which I don't think he would do anyway, because that's the kind of player he is, but still taking those chances.
Service over. 2.
I think it's quite telling when you look at the record for each of these players in 2023 with Lei Lan Xi, who's won 22 of 30 matches. And not all of that is on the World Tour,
Service over.
but for Kento
3,
Momota,
2.
it's 4 out of 10, which is way below.
Oh,
his
four out of
percent.
14.
4 out of 14, excuse me, which is even worse.
So, yeah, he's only won 4, lost 10 for this year.
Service
Yeah,
over.
it's not been a kind
3,
year for him, really.
4.
Out in the opening round of the Australian Open, Japan Open, Canada Open, Indonesia Masters, Malaysia Open, All England, Indonesia
Service over.
Masters, India Open.
4.
That's
3.
a lot of first round exits.
And that's got to get to you psychologically.
Yeah.
You go from winning every tournament to going first round, losing first round in every tournament. Or not every tournament, but a lot of tournaments in a row. It's hugely a psychological game.
Yeah.
Service over.
8 first round exits.
4,
Only twice this
4.
year has he gone past the first round. That was the Career Open, where he got to the second, and the German Open, where he got to the semi-finals. That's probably the longest rally we've had so far.
Yeah, long
Service
rally there.
over.
Typical of
5,
Kento style.
4.
I do feel like he needs to add that speed still, though. I know that that was a long rally, but I find that he's doing it to the rear court, so he's going for some more attacking shots in the rear court. I was just about to say, but I don't see him doing it in the front court.
6-4.
He seems to just be really passive in the front court, letting it drop, lifting, but this one, finally, he's up early on this net shot, and then he causes the error.
You want to see more of that?
I want to see more of that. So not just attacking from the rear court. I want to see him at the net, taking the shots early, taking the net away from the other player, like that. Exactly.
Have you got a loud inhaler somewhere here, Jeff? Because every time you say that, they seem to be just reacting to it.
It's happened on every single match, I think, where I've said something and then they've changed and did those things and won a string of points. So we'll see if Kento can keep this up.
Wow, wow.
3 in a row.
Lei
3 in a
Lan
row
Xi
taking that
challenges
net early.
court
This is amazing.
What's the opposite of commentator's jinx? There is a challenge, though. Hold on.
I think this one's pretty safe for Kento here.
Yeah. Well inside the line, right?
Well inside. Good momentum breaker, though.
Ah, that's the thinking behind it, probably.
Yeah. Lei Lan Xi might be thinking that.
Strategic challenge, eh?
Strategic challenge.
Yeah, as we said.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
Sometimes that's what you need, right?
Just need that break. You just need that
8,
extra 30 seconds
4.
to regain your thoughts.
Play.
Are you a fan of the old gamesmanship by players? I mean, being a former player yourself.
Look, at the end of the day, it's the 1%er. It's the everyone is at that level. Everyone is physically amazing.
So you take whatever advantage.
What can you do to get that 1%er? That
9,
tiny little bit that's going to make the difference. So, 100%. As a player, former player, as a former coach, I'd be encouraging my players to do that all the time.
So the extra towel down, just if you need to slow it down, there's way. The players know, right, what to do.
Generally, but sometimes it can be easy to get caught in a run of points and you just go with the flow.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you've got 5 points in a row and you're thinking, oh, I need to change something
I
now.
think we saw that with Bardoyo with the 10. She kind of got stunned by that without trying to do anything
trying
different.
to do something different, walk off the court or...
Correct. And she's only 18.
18.
She'll learn that. Momota 10-4 up here.
Hong Jian Li from Chinese Taipei.
Great shot.
Nicely done by Lei.
Service over. 5-10.
It's the left-handed special. I think the vast majority of left-handed singles players use that shot exceptionally well.
Players
of
ready.
course, Lin Dan was the one that we saw it most from and earliest from, I think. And Kento uses that shot well as well.
Broke a run of 6 points. Lei can't get it done this time.
Service over.
And Kento Momota takes the lead here in game 1,
interval.
11-5 against Lei Lan Xi.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chin. Lei on court. Kento. Service over.
You and I were just having a chat
6.
during that break
11.
off air, Jeff, and you felt that Lei has to be more proactive for you.
I think that he needs to go for those shots.
But that's okay. I mean, he's lost that point, but you don't mind that.
I don't mind that because
6.
I think he's good at rally play, but I don't think he's going to out-rally Kento in this situation. So he needs to create his own. And Kento has to keep doing what he's doing by taking it to Lei as well. So
he's looking good here. Kento Momota.
13-6.
How did you find it as a right-hander going against left-handers?
usually difficult, to be honest. Just because I guess there's not as many out there to be used to, but the angles that they can create are a lot different.
6.
A lot different to a right-hander.
Because where you would normally be wanting to hit to a right-hander is actually now going the other way for the left-hander. Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. You feel there's some nice momentum about Kento Momota right now.
14.
It's like he's hunting the net. He's looking forward at the net instead of just waltzing in and playing a lift or playing a net from below the net level. He
was talking about some Aussie coach, I think, that had mentioned something to him about 5-6 minutes ago. It's had an impact. But yeah, I mean, you were absolutely right. It was at that moment where you said he had to step in a bit, right? Do something more.
Service over. 7-14.
You look at Kento Momota, and of course, in his pomp.
Yep, nice.
41 semi-finals, Jeff. 32. He won.
7.
Well played by Kento Momota. But I mean, that's just a remarkable record. As you were saying, when he was on his day, absolutely no one could get near him. That is a stunning record, isn't it? 32 out of 41 semi-finals.
Thank you.
That he's won. Though he has lost 2 of his last 4.
(16-7).
It's a procession of points at the moment for Kento Momota.
17-7.
Well, you'd asked for Lei to try and be a bit more proactive here. He's not really got any answers, has he? Oh, he took that brilliantly. I mean, that looks so easy.
Put that almost behind his head. And just a nice little slice on there with lots of control, but just... Ooh.
Just tell us how hard a shot that is to play to that kind of perfection.
Very hard.
Well, this is going extremely well for Kento Momota.
see the confidence
19-7.
beaming off him with that little jog after the winner.
Thank you. Players on court.
Yeah, this home Olympics a year later than he wanted, I'm sure. Kento Momota, like most of the Japanese players, I think, didn't quite live up to expectation in Tokyo. Hoping to maybe put that right next year in Paris.
Service over. 8-19.
Momota, of course, a big ask for him to get to Paris.
A lot of Japanese men's singles players in the top 20. A lot.
Well, of course, a win here
19.
You know, might just give him some extra, those much needed points. He needs to put a string of wins together, doesn't he? There's a little confidence with which he's playing. That has been challenged here by Lei. What's your gut feel here?
We'll have to wait for the replay on that one. Well, it wasn't too sure, to be honest.
One of those that was sliding, wasn't it? Always tough to tell. Jeff not committing.
Not committing to that one.
I always thought it was in.
Challenge
So did I.
successful.
So did I.
No challenges remaining. Service over. 20. Game point 9.
So, lots of game points in hand here for Kento Momota.
Service over.
Bit more of that
10,
would be needed from Lei.
20.
Good attacking play there from Lei.
Game.
So Kento Momota in one of the
First
more
game won
one-sided
by
games
Kento
we've seen so
Momota,
far today.
21-10.
He beats Lei Lan Xi in the first game, 21-10.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. level, play.
Second game here underway. And it was very noticeable to us that Kento Momota was out very early on. A statement of intent, perhaps.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was a lot to say from his coach, and he was out on the court ready to go, showing that he was ready.
That can be a bit of a power play, right? When you're on early.
When you're on early and your opponent's coach is still talking to them all up right until the 22nd call. I think it's a bit of a show of confidence. Bit of a power play, like you said. I'm ready to go. Why aren't you?
Now, you had said you wanted to see more of this from Lei. I'm sure that's what his coach has also been reiterating to him. Kill this off quickly. Don't get sucked into rallies so much.
Yeah, not quickly per se, but push the speed. Add that pressure. Like, don't go for crazy shots, but do that. Like,
yeah.
Get it down quickly.
3-1.
Just don't feed it up to Kento.
Right.
Don't just play the rally.
Yeah, he's played it nicely here. Good power there.
Service over.
You know, Lei, of course, is not so well known. Lei Lan Xi,
3.
and on the World Tour, and on majors, he's played just 50 matches, dating back to 2019. He won 34 of the 16 of the 50. Not bad. In stark contrast to his opponent, he's only ever been in one other semi-final. All your Masters earlier this year, where he lost to Magnus Johansson. Lost in 3. Down the line from Kento Momota.
4-3.
Good block there. Take the speed out. And a really good smash winner down the line from Kento. Great shot.
Service over.
Great deceptive play there. Kento was moving back,
4-4.
looking for the rear court shot to add speed onto or attack. Just the last second, Lei has played a net shot.
Oh. 5-4.
Kento has got a very good record against left-handers overall. Fellow left-handers, I should add. 15 wins out of 24. So he doesn't feel uncomfortable playing
Left-handers.
a left-hander. On his last 8 in a row.
Six, 4.
Good play here.
Yeah.
Good play here by Lei.
7.
So going for those attacking
4.
shots, and what you'll notice here is that with Kento, when he's not that confident or is a little bit tentative, then he'll revert back to his rallying style where he's not taking those net shots early. He's going to go back to letting them drop a bit lower and then hitting them up or netting them from a low position. So it's a bit of a double play here. So just like that shot there.
Yeah.
So letting it drop and just trying to guide that into the corner did Momota. But if you think about from Lei, if he's adding the speed, he can create the points himself and hit some winners. But at the same time, it is actually making Kento more tentative to play more passively, which will give Lei more opportunity again. So it's a bit of a cycle. Kento here, just playing clears, playing drops, not really going for any speed. And then those net shots, letting it drop. Have a look here, letting that drop nice and low before going for it, before hitting. I think this is just the default. Everyone has a default set play that they'll default to when they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Nice lead here from Lei.
Good finish there.
Service over.
One of the few departments in which
5,
Kento Momota
9.
has not dominated is against Chinese players. He's actually lost more than he's won, only just. 25 out of 51 matches against Chinese players on the World Tour. Trying to claw his way back into this one here.
It's a good shot, nice and early from the net. And I did see his coach. Obviously, I can't see what he's saying, but I did see the hand movement of kind of taking that shot early in the net.
Well, this is good for Momota.
9.
He was trailing by 5. He's won the last 3.
Good shot.
So in a seemingly comfortable position there, Lei Lan Xi earlier, he's now surely got to be feeling that pressure. He's got Momota breathing right down his neck. Four in a row here for the Japanese. It's all going his way again.
9. 4.
So after a good run of his own, Lei, Momota has matched him.
Players ready.
He just seems to have picked it up a little bit, hasn't he? The pace.
He's picked up the pace a bit. He's taking those nets a little bit earlier, taking the net a bit earlier, putting a bit more pressure on. And I think there was a few errors, a few hesitations by Lei, and then now Kento's got his confidence back up again. And then now it gets harder and harder to penetrate.
If you had timeouts in badminton, I would have assumed Lei would have done it about 2 or 3 points ago just to stop this
Flurry of points.
Yeah. Well, he's done it here.
10-all. Change.
They're much happier now. Kento Momota where things are as opposed to about 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. But you'd like to think that Lei has learnt a lot from that first game as well.
Great cross.
Very nicely done, Kento Momota, and he edges the first half of game 2, having already taken the first game.
Nice cross defense there. Just changing the direction.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Players on court. Eleven, 10. Play.
So now, an interesting period here. Lei Lan Xi is trailing by 1. Make that 2. Kento Momota looking to finish this in 2.
10.
Place in an all-Japanese final here at the Korea Masters in the men's singles. That would have been worth a shot.
I think that was worth a challenge, but I think it was in. Let's take a look here.
Oh, I'd still challenge that, right, on the replay?
Pretty close, pretty close.
Three-point lead now for Momota. That's been very, very good for Kento Momota since the interval.
10.
I think with the pressure that Kento's applying now, it's actually difficult for Lei to go for any shots because he's more just scrambling and more following Momota's play now. So it is difficult to create your own play when you're just spending all the time following. Because Kento has increased his speed again there, just like that. Great cross smash.
What
a stark difference to when he's behind, right?
Yeah.
You can see like when he's confident and he can go for it like this. But when he is a little bit less confident, then he reverts to a bit more passive play.
6 points in a row for Kento Momota. It's getting very difficult here for Lei.
Long rally there.
Service
I
over.
would like to see Lei in some of those opportunities where Kento is hitting some
15.
higher clears. I would have liked to see him try to go for a little bit more rather than just extending the rally. I know that he won the point in the
Players.
end.
Kento.
When you say more, what would you be looking at?
Just adding a little bit of speed, a bit more attack. So if you look at the game now in that rally, it's a constant rhythm. It's a constant pace for the whole time.
Just enough on that to carry it over.
Just unlucky there.
12, 15.
So what I was saying was that in any rally, like a long rally like this, or the one previous to that, there's a certain rhythm and a speed where
New shuttle.
you kind of just get used to that speed. And the reason why injections of pace or changes in pace work so well is, yes, the shuttle's coming faster, but it's a change in that rhythm. It's a change in the natural rhythm of the rally and the speed of the rally. So it kind of puts you off balance.
15.
And yeah, it leaves you a little bit stuck. So it doesn't have to be a full smash every time. It just needs to be an addition of speed so that the rhythm is changed.
Now, is Lei starting
15,
to apply some pressure here?
15.
Might well be the case. It looked like he was in some serious trouble, but he's now put on a run of points himself, 3 in a row. Just when it looked like he might be in a little bit of trouble, Momota eased that pressure.
That left-handed special,
16,
that cross smash from the
13.
forehand side. Great smash by Kento.
Momota. Lei. Towel only. Thank you. (16, 13). Service over.
Well, if he keeps himself within this sort of range for
14,
now,
16.
there's still hope here for Lei.
Ooh, bit of misjudgment there by Momota.
15, 16.
And now it's just a single point in between them.
So when he's been in this sort of situations, Momota has been able to pull away. Oh, he took that leg. He might well have been okay,
Service over.
but he couldn't take the risk.
17, 15.
I think that might have been wide.
Yeah.
Hard to tell from that angle, but not the
Shuttle
most
is
ideal
fine.
time
Play on.
to be having a misjudgment
Right.
indecision there. Change of smash there to the body.
18-15.
We talked about Momota doing this time and again. He's just created a bit of distance between himself and Lei.
Service over.
It may not quite be over yet.
16-18.
Forlorn look
17,
on the face of Kento Momota.
18.
Just not enough height here to get it behind Lei. Lei's a tall player. Was able to cut that off mid-flight, had the pressure straight back on. Ooh, I'm very happy to see Kento take that chance
He had to,
Service over.
to move forward into that and really take that one there. A lot of the time you see Kento, when he's in that position, he'll just block to the net, play a conservative net shot. He doesn't actually go for the net kill or the fast push that often. I'm glad he did then, just to upset the rhythm a bit. And he's got the reward from doing so.
well, Lei is just not
Service
going
over.
away.
18-19.
Everything going into that attack to get behind the shuttle, to bring it cross court.
Yeah, it's pumped fist there from Kento Momota, and that's because he's got 2 match points.
20. Match point 18.
Big moment for him.
Well taken.
Important there.
Well taken attacking shot there.
Service over. 19-20.
Addition of speed to that around the head corner there. Perfectly placed though.
1 match point remaining for Kento Momota. Can he wrap it up?
Lei.
Let's see what Kento comes to this point. Is he going to go the conservative route, or is he going to try to take this match from Lei?
19-20.
Can he convert this one? Kento Momota. Kento Momota, a big moment for him.
Big smile on that face. I think he did really well to take that last point to Lei. He wasn't just passive, he went for it, he took those shots early, he went for his attack, and he got the reward.
Match won by
Only his
Kento
second
Momota.
semi-final win
21-10
since the start of 2020. He did it at the German Open earlier this year, and he's done it here now at the Korea Masters. And he would absolutely love to win, or return to that winning feeling once again. Very good stuff there from Kento Momota. He's beaten China's Lei Lan Xi 21-10, 21-19. He's done it in 44 minutes. So good work there from Kento Momota. He's got his compatriots now, Rui Hirokami and Yuna Kato, the 5th seeds, taking on Chinese Taipei's Xu Yinhui and Lin Junyun. Last few matches to go here. Court 1 at the Gwangju Korea Masters 2023 semi-final day, and the run of Japanese representatives continues. Rui Hirokami and Yuna Kato, the 5th seeds, take on Chinese Taipei's Suya